Hello Scorpio, and welcome to my page The Right Guidance. My name is Lisa and I'm here to do you a weekly reading for July the 15th to the 23rd, 2019. Sorry to make you towards the end, you and Taurus, but Scorpio, better late than never. I will be using two decks. The first one is going to be the Angel, it's the right sign, the Angel Tarot cards by Doreen Virtue and Radley Valentine. And I'm going to be asking for piggybacking messages using the Angels of Abundance Oracle cards, also by Doreen Virtue and her son Grant. So I'm asking for loud and clear guidance. What do you guys need to know? What's important for you to know to best navigate? And it's always great to ask, kind of what the week is going to have in store for you so you can be prepared. And I do this every single week. I sit down and I talk to my guides and I kind of get a heads up. And I'm that type of reader. I'm not gonna hide things from you. If something's up, then I'm gonna tell you, okay? Just so, again, just like me, you can be prepared. So I'm seeing some cards here, I'm just pulling them. And as always, I would love feedback on how the reading resonated. You can use this platform or you can use my Facebook page, The Right Guidance, to send me a private message there, obviously if it's private. I would also ask you to help my page grow by subscribing to my channel. I would really appreciate it, and even liking the video if it resonated with you. I'm just taking a look at the cards that have come through. Fantastic. Lots of air cards. So try to see what they're telling you here. You got the Six of Air, the Page of Air, and the Knight of Air, the King of Earth, and the King of Water. So great. Okay. Just looking to where do I want to start? Yeah, honestly, I think I want to start with the best way to open up your reading is with the King of Earth. And the King of Earth could obviously also be an earth sign, a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo. Man, this full moon that's coming tomorrow is sure kicking my rear end. Holy smokes. And as you can see in this card, he is so happy. And these are the qualities that you can exhibit this week. Be generous, professional, responsible, and practical, like the typical earth male. And this is, such a great message. And it's telling you that, you have the Midas touch right now, and that, everything that you've been working so hard on, or a project you've been trying to get off the ground, you've got the Midas touch. So the timing looks like it's right. So this is good news. It's a super successful time for you, okay? Scorpio, that is amazing. And they want you to accept the opportunities that are being offered to you, okay? So if something's coming up or you're having a hard time deciding, take your time. It is retrograde and you're not to be signing any contracts, but you can absolutely look them over. And you can look through and have discussions about offers and interviews and different things like that. So if you are putting yourself back out there, it's obviously letting you know that this is a successful time and you're obviously going to be made an offer, okay? Letting you know that with the Six of Air, okay, actually quite a few signs because I did most of the recordings yesterday and the day before. I can't remember off the top of my head which sign, but I know a lot of people are cross watchers, which means they look at the videos for their significant other as well. This is letting you know that, listen, this is the end of a difficult situation. And in traditional tarot, this would be a man in a boat heading away. And in this case, they're beautiful unicorns. It looks like you're just moving away from difficult situations. You're, cutting your losses, your guides say. It's time for you to cut your losses, and it's time for you to, they say, reinvent yourself. Okay, and that's an exciting time, and it's important to leave the old ways of doing things. It's important to leave, the old you, the old career, the old relationship, again, cutting your losses, being appreciative of, your journey so far and what you've learned about you, what positive changes you can see coming forward, because you're moving away from this, right? Don't forget that first card I led with, okay? Things are looking up. And possibly even taking a trip, but I don't, you might be planning stages, but I don't really see a trip if I were to be honest. I just see like you're moving away. So you could be gathering your things, you could be just like doing some personal work, and you might be thinking about taking some personal time to do so, and so you should. They're letting you know that, listen, there might be, okay, this is really, I mean, the page of air to me is like you're on guard, okay? And, you know, it could be just like the card before, you're moving away from something and, you know, it could have been triggered by an event. And this is really sometimes the conflict card, okay? It's about challenging information coming in. Someone, you know, it says the truth delivered without tact. So, you know, someone relaying information to you in some way that might not be so pleasant. But you know what? It's about holding your head held high. You know, the universe, God, your angels and guides are dragging you away from a situation and thrusting you forward into a new direction. So you've got to remain calm. You can look up to the top here, and it says for you to be logical, honest, and curious. It says to be impulsive. Don't be impulsive. Not during retrograde, okay? But just to be curious about what's coming up next, and just be excited about what new doors the universe is going to open for you. So get in that boat and sail away, my friend, okay? Challenging information. So what? You know what? Just try to laugh it off. I know, trust me, I've had things happen too, and you just gotta be like, okay, I get it. I'm being dragged somewhere, okay? And it could be because, you know, there's a new relationship on deck for you. It could be, oh my gosh, a plethora of things. It could be a new career, so you've quit or you've been let go. A relationship could have ended and, you know, maybe you weren't expecting it, but you know, something new is coming. Friendships, family, whatever the drama is, if there is any, but whatever new doors are opening, it's because your divine life purpose, and that includes a spiritual based relationship, a romantic relationship as well, okay? I'm not talking about relationships right now. I'm just saying, you know, this could be where you're leaving, where you're going. It's because it's taking you to new heights, okay? You also got the Knight of Air, and again, characteristics are listed: intelligent, decisive, idealistic, and tireless. And events that are going to occur with great speed. So again, opportunities could come in like really fast, and you've got to make a decision, or you've got to think quick. And I do see people getting interviewed, so it's like you got to think quick, and you know, you got to be ready for anything, and that's okay. You're going to be ready, so just be as prepared as you can. They do tell you to take time to carefully review your options. So whatever is being offered to you, take your time. Retrograde is a time where you shouldn't be making any impulsive decisions, right? So just kind of ask them how long you have to make this decision. No big purchases, like in retrograde, don't make any big purchases. Don't buy anything electronic. Don't agree to things quite yet. Just say, I need some time. We're almost there, guys. Like, we're almost there. We have till July the 31st, but just try to postpone things as much as possible. But it just says, you know, events that are occurring with great speed, take time to carefully review your options, and there will be creative solutions to your problems or to the issue. You know what I mean? Like what we've been talking about so far, like whatever it is you're moving away from. You know, I know a lot of you, this might be a career, okay? And you might be trying to revamp or figure out what you're going to do and how you're going to make this work. It's going to work out, okay? You are worthy. They want you to know, like, you have the Midas touch, right? Don't forget that King of Earth card. Like, you've got all the magic, and any workplace is going to be happy to have you. So don't be afraid, you know, even if you are being complacent in a job and you're like, oh, it's all right, the hours. But if you know you can do better, or there's no room for growth and you really want to move up, then you've got to make those decisions. So don't be afraid to get in the boat and sail away. I want to move on to the last card, and then we're going to use the Angels of Abundance, okay? So you got another King card, okay? And asking you to be trustworthy and compassionate. You are respected and you are cultured, okay? It's asking you to open your heart and mind to those around you. You will receive trustworthy and heartfelt advice. Yeah, so it wouldn't hurt. Someone's got a problem with their eye. I'm not sure who that is, because this is not my issue. It's funny because your guides will like poke at me and it'll charge me because it's been bothering me and I haven't touched it because I'm on camera. But you know, someone's got to go for an eye exam. No big deal. You just need to go for an eye exam. Open your heart and mind to those around you. So listen, when we're going through something, sometimes certain characters, some of us, pull away and don't ask for any advice and don't want to share what's going on. But you know what? There are trustworthy people in your life who are there to help you. So allow them to help you. Just, you know, put out the flare that you are looking for some advice. You could seek someone, you know, like myself, who can help you as well. But it's letting you know, listen, open your heart, okay? So if you've been closed off, if you've gotten in that boat and you think you're alone and you're sailing out and nobody understands you, I mean, that's just not true, okay? It's just not true right now. And I think it's just your perception. So realize that you have a lot of loving and kind people around you who want to help. So whatever it is, it just looks like you might need some advice and some guidance. Please reach out and ask someone for that, okay? So let's move on to the Angels of Abundance. I just like holding up the decks because you might like the pictures. For those of you who are card collectors, card purchasers. Okay, please tell me what Scorpio needs to know. It was so funny how many of you Scorpios came out of the woodwork going, I didn't get my reading. I'm here, my friends. I love you. All the people who messaged me, I was like, oh, you guys mean stuff to me, so look at me working hard for you. Okay. Oh, we were just talking about this. Have courage. Look at me reading backwards. Have courage to ask for and accept help. Hello, McFly. Asking for help is a sign of strength, as is accepting it as it's offered to you. So if it's offered to you and you say, no, I'm okay. Please accept it, okay? Very often when you ask God for help or you ask the universe, you don't have to use the word God if you don't want to, prayers are answered through other people. Be sure to accept this assistance as well as give it to others as you are guided. So there's balancing give and receive, okay? So if you feel like I don't want to ask someone for something because you're so used to being the giver, well, universe is asking for some balance in your life, okay? So whoever you have to have the courage to ask for help, hello. Off you go. Organize for success. Okay? Do not let the word organize intimidate you, as it is simply a way for you to ensure clarity of purpose. Organizing your thoughts, organizing your reports, your living and workspace, and your finances will help you to know and plan your next action step. So if there's an expenditure or there's just a change in how money is being released from your bank account because there might be new monthly payments or something, a big purchase. God, don't purchase anything during this period. Please, please, please listen to me. But you're organizing for this success. So whatever it is you're planning, just do the planning stages. Like really look, what can we really afford? You know, maybe look at what your options are, asking for help, you know, using your social media. What are people's opinions? Who have people use? So like whatever it is you're planning, use your social media to ask for opinions. There's so many people who have got great people they'd like to refer for different things. So I'm going to just be quiet now. Okay. You know what? I cannot tell you how many signs got this card. And before I did this week's readings, I never even saw this card, and almost every single sign has gotten this card. It's so bloody crazy. It's exercise to increase your energy and manifesting abilities. Okay, just bear with me here because I know I said the word exercise and you guys are probably like, oh, not. Okay, the key to manifesting quickly is to have high energy levels, and the easiest way to increase them is through physical exercise. Now, this is where I stopped for all the signs, because it's like eating high vibrating foods too, like so foods that come from the earth, right? Not so processed. So if you're feeling sluggish and we're blaming the moon, like I totally have a migraine today, and I'm blaming the moon because I get them with the moons, and I am an earth sign, so I really get triggered by the moons. And don't forget, it's a lunar eclipse, it's a full throttle, so I'm not feeling awesome today. So I went out for sushi today, so that's not a great idea. So, you know your limits. So, you know when certain foods weigh you down and you just don't have that clarity, you don't feel great, and you feel sluggish. So this is drinking lots of water, eating high vibrating foods as much as you can that come from the earth. So don't roll your eyes at me, even though I just rolled my eyes at you. It also says for you to choose a fun and meaningful activity so that you'll look forward to exercising. Oh yeah, exciting. I actually love lifting weights. I really, really love lifting weights. So maybe I've been triggered to go back to the gym. Have I? I will. The other one you got was a conscious consumer, and that kind of piggybacks off the other card as well about, buying organic foods and just doing your best to be aware of what you're purchasing. And if you are eco-friendly and your cleaning supplies, great. If you can make your own concoctions, if you've got little ones, And you could just use more gentle things to even clean the bathrooms and stuff, any surfaces that they're touching. You might be finding some of your little ones, including yourself, might be having reactions, skin irritations. And a lot of people this time of year are blaming, you know, pollen and the grass and this and that. But, you know, let's face it, there are so many detergents and we're finding so many recalls on things too. So just to be aware, to try to eat as sensible as possible, and to avoid a lot of, you know, a lot of the pre-prepared foods are the ones that they're having the recalls on, right, Angelique? She's my health inspector, and I know she's a Scorpio watching this. So I'm gonna leave it there because that's all your cards and all your messages for the week. Again, I'd love to know how it resonated. Please subscribe to my channel and give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed the message. Thanks for tuning in, Scorpio. All the best to you this week.